guys, welcome back. It's your boy Gibbs, and today on my left I have my boy Ish. Say what's up. You want to say something?
What's up? What's up?
And on my right I have the one, the only, Mr. El Teme, Mr. Staffarito, Mustafa.
Appreciate it, man.
Hey,
I'm
welcome back. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I got you, man. Listen. But today we're back again with the highly requested DDT, Deep Talk Tuesdays.
I like you brought up the peace of mind because that's where true richness and happiness comes from. And that's the situation with today, right? Everybody's worried about things that are outside of themselves. So they don't have that peace, which is why you have people who have millions, billions of dollars still stressing over, things that are very, I would say, minute in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, in you guys' opinion, how do you get that peace of mind? Because I was in Michigan as well, and it's just something I ask people there. So what do you guys think? Developing that peace of mind, because that's even hard to do, right?
It is.
To come from a place where you're not allowing the world to phase you in a way. I know there is this one quote, and it was by a guy named Bilal Assad, and he says, "Do not concern yourselves with things that have no concern to do with you." So what do you guys think?
I think it's just being able to know who you are, being able to like.
Yeah. That's the same answer. That's the same answer I got.
Yeah, I think just knowing what you are
value
deep down,
yourself.
what you value yourself, you're basically who you are. I think that's the best way to reach.
I also think it's about staying in your lane.
Stay in your lane.
Mind like keeping your, like, you know how when you're driving, right? You're in your lane. When you want to go into another lane, turn on your blinker, but you're still in your lane because whatever lane you're in, that's your lane, right? So I think it's a thing of staying in your lane. Like, for example, all three of us, we could all start a business at the same time. We could all be doing the same business. Matter of fact, you gain success tomorrow, right? He gains success the day after you. Now, if I'm not minding my own lane and minding my own business, I'm like, damn, he got his like tomorrow. He got his the day after. Okay, so I in my head, I'm gonna be thinking I'm gonna get mine the day after. But then the day after comes and he's not there. And then now, like, I'm putting myself in a state of like panic where I'm like just making a bunch of mistakes and doing things that I'm not supposed to be doing. Whereas if I'm minding my business, it's a thing of, okay, trust. I feel like it's a thing of trusting in God's timing, understanding that what goes for somebody else, like somebody else's success is not yours. Like, your success is gonna come at the time where God feels like, okay, you have reached like the point where I think you'll be able to handle that success or handle those blessings. Because it's a thing of somebody. I heard somebody once say, like, don't ever pray to God to give you success. Instead, pray to God to give you the grace to be able to manage and handle your success. Because God can give you your success today, right? He could give you $1 billion today, but you would waste it quickly because you don't know how to handle that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Compared to if, like, you are like, okay, God, give me the grace to be able to handle this success, so that way I know, like, when it comes to me, it's for me and it's from you, and I'm able to like take care of that. Compared to where you yourself then go out and then you like, I'm hustling to find it, and you find it and it's deep,
So
That actually
So
makes
that's what I
sense,
think.
man.
Yeah.
Goodness.
I think it's also, you should never compare yourself with what others have, especially because wealth or whatever it might be, like, comes to people at different times. If it even comes to you, I think everyone has their own story and their own path, where that someone might be a billionaire at 20 and they've like peaked very early. The rest of their life they're not, it's just downhill. Meanwhile, you're always on an uphill battle, but then you reach your satisfaction later on in life, and you can actually sustain it for longer time than they can. So you just keep your head down, just work hard, and success will come to you whenever it's supposed to come to you.
I assume so, man. I assume so. Now, on the topic of comparing yourself to others, man,
Right.
Is it necessarily bad to do that?
No.
I think there's a
Because, go ahead.
I think there's a very thin line where you should be able to stop the envy and jealousy, which can cause you to almost deteriorate, you know? Because usually with that envy, you become, oh, I want to be like this, I want to be like this, and that's your focus now. You want to be like that instead of, I want to be the best I can be. Where, yes, you can see someone who's successful and you'd be like, I just want to be just as successful, you know? Not necessarily I want to be them. And I feel like it's very hard to like separate the two. It's it's very hard.
Because where I'm coming from is, right, comparing yourself to others in a way, looking at the positive side of it, I think it gives you a higher like baseline. If you know what I mean. Like a great example is with one of my very good friends when we were applying for internships, right? He downloaded an app where he was tracking people who were applying for 300 jobs a day, 400, 500, you know? And those are the people he started comparing himself to. Now, you know, most advice we get out there is saying don't compare yourself to others, but in that case, I mean, and he explained it to me as well, that if he didn't do that, then he wouldn't have been applying as much as he did. Because after he left that environment and came here to school, to, you know, the real world, and asked people, so how many companies are you applying to? 0, 5, 10, it wasn't quite as much. So then it brought about this idea. I was like, maybe comparing yourself to others, if you look at it in a good sense, it may not always be a bad thing, because it raises your standards and it gives you a higher baseline. What do you guys think about that?
I think that's interesting. That's right, in the sense like you shouldn't compare yourself to others in a time of like jealousy. Like for example, like the guy he saw applied to 500 whatever. Okay, you shouldn't be jealous of that guy. You should be more of like that should inspire you. That should motivate you to be like,
stem from jealousy.
Yeah, so it should motivate you to be like, hey, you know, I see that guy's doing something. He's going somewhere. You know, I want to be like someone that's going somewhere. Obviously, I'm not saying like those other people that are doing 5 or 0 or whatever are going somewhere, but this is the level that he wants to be at. If that's the level that he wants to be at, then you can walk towards that level. But now, whereas a thing of like he's now jealous, like, oh damn, okay, does he think he's too good? That's why he's applying to like 500 plus or whatever. Then that's where he's like, I'm just like, okay, you've lost the plot. Like, you know, it's a thing of where you shouldn't be jealous of someone. You should just be like happy that they get there, and you should be like, okay, this is gonna motivate me to get to where I need to go to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's how I view it. Well, guys, and that's the end of it. Next time, tune in next week Tuesday for DTT again, and I hope you enjoyed these conversations. Please let us know like what you think about this in the comments down below. I have been your boy Gigs. He's been
Mustafa.
And he's been
Ishmael. Proper intro next time.
all right.